My wife admitted she was incredibly tempted to cheat on me with a coworker, so I told her I was incredibly tempted to abandon everything we had built. 3 years ago, we bought a house we couldn't really afford because she fell in love with it. I agreed because that is what you do for love. 4 bedrooms, a great yard, perfect schools. The issue was the mortgage required 2 full incomes. Right before we closed, she discovered she was pregnant and quit working. The plan was for me to carry the financial weight until the baby grew up, and then she would return to work. I work in heavy construction, throwing steel all day. My back constantly aches, but I took every single hour of overtime available, sometimes 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week. I gave up golf, stopped seeing friends, and did nothing but work and sleep to keep us afloat. I know staying home with a baby is tough, but when I walked through the door at 8 p.m. completely drained, she would want to chat. I had nothing left to give. I would check on our son and pass out on the couch in my work boots. She complained I wasn't present and felt like a single mother. I didn't argue because she was right, but I couldn't fix it without losing the house. When our son got older, she got a part-time cashier job. I was thrilled. We hired a babysitter, and her income meant I could cut back on the brutal overtime. For the first time in years, I was home before sunset. We ate dinner together, and it felt like our marriage was healing. Then, 6 weeks into her new job, she sat me down with a serious look. She told me about a funny, handsome guy at work who asked her out, knowing she was married. She said she declined, but dropped a bomb. She was sorely tempted to say yes. I didn't scream or react. It wasn't jealousy that broke me, it was the sheer math of it all. I gave my entire soul to this family, and she gave a random guy 6 weeks of attention. You were tempted after 6 weeks, I said. I have given this marriage 11 years and get 0 credit. Understand what that means before you complain about temptation. She cried, blaming loneliness. I pulled up our banking app showing 36 months of grueling overtime deposits. This is what being seen looks like when no one is watching, I told her. I am sorely tempted too, not to cheat, but to stop killing myself for a life that is never enough for you. She sat there in total silence. I grabbed my keys, walked out to my truck, and sat in the dark for 2 hours.